Her rise to the top has been lined with obstacles, but she's managed to leap over all of them. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 5 need-to-know facts about Misty Copeland. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at some important facts about worldwide ballet dancing sensation Misty Copeland. Number 5. She's a spokesperson for Under Armour. All it takes is one viewing of Misty Copeland's Under Armour commercial to understand why the company selected her as a spokeswoman. The ad campaign plays up the fact that she's been rejected numerous times in her career, pointing out her atypical body and lack of experience as reasons for why she'd make a poor ballerina.
You simply have the wrong body for ballet.
With your body, you could be a professional dancer in Vegas.
It then flips the switch and demonstrates her incredible capabilities as a dancer and as an individual. The campaign was heralded for its women-focused approach and was selected by the trade publication Adweek as one of the best ads of 2014. In fact, Copeland's campaign has been credited with a dramatic increase in sales of Under Armour's women's products.
Under Armour taking that chance with a ballerina, not knowing how it was going to be, accepted or perceived, it says a lot about their brand and that they're leaders.
Number 4. She's an author. Between training, dancing, shooting ad campaigns, and appearing on late-night talk shows, one would assume that Misty Copeland's limited amount of free time is devoted to rest and relaxation. Not the case. Copeland has published 3 novels since 2014: Firebird, Life in Motion, An Unlikely Ballerina, and Ballerina Body. The first is a children's picture book about a young ballerina questioning her own abilities. The second is her New York Times best-selling autobiography, and the third is a health and fitness book. Writing one book is impressive, but writing 3 on 3 different topics? Now that's a Misty Copeland level of performance. Number 3. She worked with Prince. Finding someone who believes in you is a beautiful thing. The aspiring ballerina found herself in the employ of none other than Mr. Purple Rain himself back in 2009, when he hired her to dance in his Crimson and Clover music video. Prince, who was clearly impressed with her abilities, asked her to join him on his Welcome to America tour in 2010. She even performed during the opening number at Madison Square Garden.
Being on tour with him was the first time I feel like I had someone that was putting all their faith in me to go out there and that I was going to deliver, even though he didn't know.
Talk about an incredible introduction to show business. Copeland would go on to achieve great success as a ballerina, but has clearly never forgotten the lessons Prince taught her during their time together.
He just pushed me to really step outside of my comfort zone and not be afraid to be an individual. And if I could believe and trust those words from anyone, it was definitely him.
Number 2. She was a ballet prodigy. If your goal is to make it to the top of the ballet world, the advice is usually the same. Start early. Of course, there's always the rare exception, like Misty Copeland.
I was introduced to ballet at 13, and it was just this instant connection. I felt that I could really say something. I felt like I belonged and that I had a voice.
Whereas most professional ballet dancers start training at the ripe old age of 5, Copeland didn't take her first lessons until she was 13.
You took your first ballet class at 13.
Yes.
Which is a pretty late start in the ballet field, right?
It is.
Regardless, it wasn't long before she was being heralded as a prodigy, winning a national ballet contest at 14. Just 4 years later, she became a member of the American Ballet Theatre Studio Company.
She had what you can't teach and you can't learn. She had stage presence, and she had a fire.
She had been asked to join earlier, but she and her mom decided she wanted to finish high school first. Now there's a dilemma most kids never go through. Number 1. She made American Ballet Theatre history in 2015. When Misty Copeland was selected as the ABT's principal ballerina on June 30th, 2015, it was a big deal. Not only was it the high point in the dancer's already impressive career, But it also made her the first African-American woman promoted to the role in the company's 75-year history. The move was seen as a significant step forward for African-American ballerinas, as very few companies have ever featured them in principal roles.
Being the only African American in almost every environment in terms of classical ballet, it weighs on you and it wears on you after a while.
The promotion turned Copeland into a major public figure in the world of dance, one capable of selling out major venues on the basis of her name and talents alone.
Knowing how much of the Black community was coming to the Met maybe for the first time to support me, I understood that I had to make it work.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.